Hey everyone, it's Tom here from the Inspire Photography Workshops, and thanks for watching. I've had an inquiry lately regarding the adjustment brush in Lightroom. A few of you are just struggling with that, so let me just show you how and when to use this appropriately. Let's just come to a photograph here. Now I use adjustment brushes for when I'm just specifically wanting to lighten, darken, etc., parts of my image. So let's say, for example, that I wanted to lighten this pole here in the middle. So firstly, zoom in at 100%. You can tell that it's 100% because here on the sideline, it says that we've zoomed in 1:1. Okay, so we're at 100%. Zoom in nice and tight there so that we can really get to see what we're going to be affecting here. Now the adjustment brush is this icon over here on the right. Okay, there it is. Now, before you do anything, this is my tip. Go down here and make sure you've clicked Auto Mask. The reason being is that we don't want our adjustment, in this case I'm going to lighten it, so I'll go up here and exposure. I'm going to lighten this, say by a stop, 1.00, right? We don't want this to spill over to the sides, for example, right? We don't want it, like this, spilling over onto the background. I've exaggerated that just for the purpose of this tip. What we want to do is click Auto Mask, and what that will do is that will nicely just keep it to that pole, because there's contrast between the pole and what's in the background, light versus dark, dark versus light. Let's take this feather right down because we don't want that second boundary and that feather to occur. And let's just really concentrate this, okay? Now, the clever thing about this Auto Mask, if it does the job properly, you can see actually that I've been going over the sides, right? I haven't been entirely accurate with how I've painted in this. You can see my brush there, right? Look on the right hand side. It's actually spilling over onto the water. Now, the clever thing about this Auto Mask is that it doesn't spill over to the sides. You see that? I'm just clicking down the bottom here, show selected mask overlay. That red is showing me the adjustment that I've made there, or the mask that I've put in. Now let me just zoom in again. Now I can turn that off, I can leave it on, but at this stage I'm just drawing that mask in, okay, to lighten that. And I could lighten, in fact, this whole shadow if I wanted, but I won't for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that mask back in, and I'm going to say, well, actually I don't want to lighten the shadow as well. I'm just going to want to lighten the pole, what's above the water. So let's go erase here, okay? So you can erase what you've already done. You see how there's a minus that's popped up in between the in the middle of the circle there? I'm using my square brackets on my keyboard to change the size rather than using this slider, okay? I'm not using this slider, I'm using square brackets, and I'm just going to rub that out, right? Let's just take off the mask to see where that begins and ends. I think it's around about here, okay? We can just click on brush A again and just paint a little bit more back in. Let's just say it ends there, right? Okay, take off the mask, okay? Here is the adjustment that I've made, okay? There it is. Now that mask has been drawn in, I can then go back up here to my adjustments, and I can change whatever I like. I can change the color temperature, I can change the tint, make it more magenta. We all love that. I can make it brighter still. I can go, well, let's go with a bit of brightness, but maybe a bit of contrast. Let's just bring the clarity up just to see if that makes a difference. Saturation, etc., etc. Once you've drawn your mask in cleverly there, you can use all of these sliders to make whatever adjustment to that mask that you like. Just by clicking on that black dot, you also get to bring up your mask as well. So that is the adjustment brush. Please use it wisely. Make sure you have Auto Mask clicked on if you're doing anything like this that needs very accurate adjustments, for example. And you can always go back and use the erase tool in order to perhaps delete anything that you don't want to include. That is the adjustment brush. I hope that helps. And this has been Tom from the Inspire Photography Workshops. Catch you later. Thanks guys. Bye.